All right, welcome, welcome. We're gonna take a look at hip internal rotation. So if you're seated here, just to give you an understanding of what internal rotation is, I'm gonna rotate my foot out this way so the upper leg is rotating internally inside that hip pocket. So if you struggle with hip internal rotation, it might show up, for example, in your squat or in some of your other movement patterns. Today is the day. We're gonna need something seated to get started. We're gonna do some open chain hip rotation. We're gonna use this box to put ourselves into deep passive internal rotation, do some isometrics. We're gonna finish, I've got some bands located down here that I've got hooked to some heavy dumbbells, just because I don't have any other implements nearby, but just something to anchor against. So a couple bands, something to sit on, and we're gonna rock and roll. Ready? Find yourself in this seated position, and the first thing that I want you to do is just lift your knee up so that it's in line with the hip. I'm gonna press down onto the box on either side, and then I'm just gonna work hard to try and rotate this way, and I'm gonna shift my weight over towards the foot so that I'm not flexing and manipulating to accommodate the movement. Got it? Make sense? Good. Let's do the things. Knee in line with hip. We're gonna use the hip to rotate out and away from midline. Squeeze and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try not to let the butt cheek come up if you can. And rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Rotate out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. You might feel some cramping going on in the hip here. If that's the case, just push through. Don't worry, you'll be just fine. It's normal. Here we go. Normal as you start to approach that end range. And lift and rotate out. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. The shaking is real. Rotate out. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Ready? Rotate out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, I want you to remember that feeling in the hip, because here's the setup. I'm going to come down this way. If you're using the right side, I'm going to align the knee right on the edge of this box, right on the edge of the corner, and the inside of my right ankle this way. I'm gonna move this foot in, and I'm gonna rotate this way towards the box until I get that same cramping sensation in the hip this way. We're gonna hang out here for about a minute. If the stretch starts to dissipate, rotate a little bit more, and I can use my hand against this thigh to continue to rotate. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rotate my pelvis on top of that knee to get rotation at the hip. And from here, we're just gonna breathe and try and relax and see what happens over the course of 60 seconds. See if we can take a little more space if that stretch starts to dissipate. I can also use my breath to calm my nervous system down, see if that hip will give me a little more room to play with by the end of 60 seconds. After that, we're gonna work some contract, relax, antagonist, contract for the hip, see if we can get even deeper into this position. Let's go one more deep breath in. Nice long exhale. Use the hip. Try and press the inside of the ankle against that box and ramp up to a hard press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, try and use the hip to move the ankle away from the box as you rotate deeper into the stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here and push into the box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And try and get off the box as you rotate deeper into the stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use that to lift. Rotate off the box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Ready? And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and rotate deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got one more. Hard press into the box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind and come out of that position. Whew. Move that leg around a little bit, and we'll go to the other side. So now, if I'm working the left side, I'm going to come onto this side of the box, place my knee right at the corner. Good. And then I'm going to do the same thing this way. I'm trying to rotate my pelvis this way until I feel the stretch in this hip. Notice I move my right foot in, and then I press, and I rotate deeper into that position. The axes of rotation going right through the upper leg into the knee. And we got 60 seconds on the clock. This position, if you have knee pain, can be a little more forgiving on the knee relative to the 90-90 position, especially if you've got stuff going on either side of the knee. It tends to be a little easier, especially if you've got some nice padding underneath the knee, which is important. I don't want that to be the limiting factor, but trying to think about rotating the pelvis on top of the knee to get this hip, because that lower leg can't go anywhere. 30 seconds, few deep breaths. Try and relax into that position. Deepest stretch. Just stay safe, pain-free. 20 seconds. Deep breath. As I exhale, I try and relax and take a little more space. And we do that one more time. Nice long exhale. Tension up that hip. Use the hip to push the ankle into the box. Press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and rotate the ankle off the box using the hip, and then rotate the pelvis deeper as you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And push into the box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use the outside of the hip. Try and rotate off the box as you rotate the pelvis deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ramp down. Again, push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off the box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 2 more. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Ramp up and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of that position. Whew. Nasty. Move those hips around a little bit. Beautiful. I'm just going to move this box out of the way now. Okay. So a little bit of passive stretching, creating some contractions in the end range. Now, I've got these bands set up. They don't need to be a dumbbell. Just anchor it to something that's not going to move. And I want to pull the band up just above the knee, and I'm going to find this bear sit position. So I want the band pulling at 90 degrees relative to the upper leg. And the main reason is that's the line of force that I want pulling that way, but also it'll prevent the band from rolling up or down the leg if you've got the wrong angle. I'm going to find this bear sit position relatively close to 90 degrees at the knees. Now, I'm pulling the toes back and I'm going to rotate on the heel, use the outer hips to pull the knees down, keep the left knee where it is, and let's pull against the band on the right side, coming in as far as you can, keeping the butt cheek on the ground, and we go back. Control. Good. And pull across. Find that end range, pause for a brief second, and back. We're going to repeat that 3 more times. Pull. Squeeze. Back. And again, pull. Find that end range each time, seeing if I can go a little further. Good. Pull the knees apart. Last one. Pull across. squeeze, and we control on the way back. Perfect. We'll go to the other side. We're gonna do 2 rounds, just 5 reps, slow and controlled. You got a couple variables to play with. You can pull further away from the implement, from the anchor point, or you can use a thicker band. You can do more reps. You can do pauses in the end ranges. Here we go. Pull those knees to the ground, and now keep the butt cheek down, rotate across. Good, and then back. And across. Good, look for that end range. Try and keep the butt cheek on the ground. Back. Good. Pull, this is 3. Back. 4. And last one. Pull. 5. I like bands for this one because of the accommodating resistance, which means that the further out you go, the harder it is to pull on the band, and we're trying to challenge that end range of internal rotation. Good, and here we go. Pull the hips down and pull across. Good, we got a little more range on this side. And pull, find that end range. Good, keep butt cheeks on the ground if you can. Pull. Let's do 2 more. Across. Last one. Try not to use momentum. Squeeze. Good. Excellent. We'll go 1 more on the other side. So the idea is passive range we work on first. See if we can improve that. We work some isometrics in the end range. See if we can create a little more control and space there. And then we work through some resisted reps in our active range. So pull across. Good. Back. Pull across. See if you can get a little deeper each time. Back. Good. Adjust if you need to. Pull across. Back. 2 more. Pull across. Back. Good. Last one. Pull across. And back. Beautiful. Good little quick hip internal rotation mobility drill. So if you're looking for more internal rotation at the hips, don't be afraid to bookmark this one and redo this one 2-3 times a week. Each time, seeing if you can get a little more depth across, see if you can get a little further out with the bands, or pick up a thicker band and work through those. Let us know how it goes in the comments. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.